All right. Welcome everybody to Talk That Talk. We have the unfiltered, unscripted, uncomfortable conversation about band, HBCU band culture, music education, and more. We are bike. Do people still say bike? Is that a thing anymore? Or is that old?
Nah, that's just you, bro.
Okay, yeah, I'm old, man.
That's just
I've
you.
ex- I've accepted my age. I try to keep up with the young folk, but I don't know what this young folk thing we be doing anymore.
No, bro.
But
No, bro.
anyway, we back in this thing, man. First of all, I want to make sure that you guys hit the like button, subscribe button, do all the things. Also, don't forget, you can go inside of our store, get 30% off your purchase of anything that you want in our store. All you got to type in is HBCU band. You got to throw a whole bunch of stuff in your cart first, and then once you get to the end, type in HBCU band. We are coming back off of our summer break, I guess you want to call it. So first and foremost, Quan, how you been, brother?
Man, I am super blessed. Busy in a good way. I'm excited because this is the biggest that Worthing has been in about 15, maybe 20 years.
That's what's
So
up, man.
I'm excited.
Congratulations to you, bro. Congratulations. It's been, I've been saying it to you offline. It's been so long since I used this daggone thing because I feel like it's been a long time. I don't even know where
Mhm.
all my buttons are anymore. Do I still have any of these sounds over here? I still do. They on here. All right. I got to find all my buttons and stuff now because I don't know where everything is. But congratulations, brother. Hold up. Let me do this. I'll just give you a praise break real quick. There we go. All right, there we go. But yeah, man. But yeah, I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. Uh, keep up the growth. Keep up the growing. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
Also, I finished. We recapping summer.
Oh, go
For
ahead.
those that did not know, I did have the chance, and big shout out to him. Big shout out to Dr. Javon Pollard, New Orleanian brother. Um, he pulled me on to working with the Pepsi National High School Battle of the Band Camp, which was truly a success. So I was able to pass out a tune. And let me say something: it's a blessing when you can work with people that don't have egos. Like people don't understand how important that is. So that was a blessing. I was able to work with Mr. Reginald Washington, who's a goat in the game. Um, Shout out to I'm looking at his face, my guy. Please charge it to my head, not my heart. Band director for Taylor, Darwin, brother
Oh,
Lewis. Shout out to him. Like it's good when you're in a room with people and all you want to do is learn. Brother Canaveras, England. We also did, the Southside Band Clinic, to start the summer. So a lot of things have been going great. Also, looking at my degree plan, I think I have about 3 years left in my program. I'm mowing things down for my doctorate program, and last but not least, shout out to Kedrick Redding. He defended a successful defense for his dissertation, which talks about code switching and as African American band director. So a lot of great things have been going on, man. I'm blessed. I'm refreshed, mentally in a good place. So y'all keep praying for me. Um, and I'm excited. Got off of, well, you heard it, an excited alumni meeting. They've embraced me in the community. They literally stamped me as like one of the GOAT band directors here in Worthing history. So I'm just blessed, bro.
man, I found it. Look at that. There we go, man.
Oh,
That's what's up, man. Oh, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
ain't,
Go ahead.
I
Go,
ain't even finished. My
go
bad.
ahead. Go
A
ahead.
shout out to my lodge, in the consistory chapter. We was able to, me and my best friend Donovan, we drove a student to school. We drove a student to Langston University. Turnaround trip, 16-hour drive, but we drove her, moved her in, and left. And actually, I'm gonna have 12 kids performing the Pepsi National Battle of the Band this Saturday in schools from Texas Southern, Prairie View, and TSU. So it was all a dream 16 years ago when I was 16 years old, being like, I just want to be a band director. And now I'm sending kids to colleges. So
and back when you used to read Word Up magazine. So that's what's up, dog. That's absolutely what's up.
I never read Word Up. That was my brother.
Yeah,
He
you
had the
tripping?
post. I never read Word Up.
Yes,
Never read Word Up.
every Saturday.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
But that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Rap Attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. All right. Anyway, man, but you got anything else before I say congratulations?
Nah. I used to read East Bay. I want that East Bay book though.
The Shoe Daddy. Yeah, that did nothing for me. I had nothing for you out of them East Bays. Actually, okay, go ahead.
I was just about to say,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Shout out to Drew, McBride, Andrew McBride. He's the new band director at Sharpstown. I'm just trying to give people their flowers.
I think I hit the wrong button. My bad.
That's cool. It's cool. He's the new band director at Sharpstown Middle, and I remember you said that you were supposed to go there.
I was on the Sharpstown High School. My brother did 2 years at Sharpstown. Sound like we're talking about prison. My brother did 2 years in Sharpstown, but then he transferred to Willow Ridge, and I was actually zoned to Sharpstown. And then I saw Willow Ridge, and I was like, "Yeah, I ain't going to nobody Sharpstown. That's tight. I'm good." So yeah, that's how it happened. But yeah, that's what happened. My bad. I didn't mean to hit the wrong thing. But there we go. But yeah, man.
I'm done.
You done? All right. But yeah, man, it's great to hear all these accomplishments, all the good things that's happening inside of not only your life, not only in your band world, but the community at large. And a lot of things have been going on. And so I definitely want to say congratulations to everybody. We want to go ahead and get this show rolling, get it on the road, man. I know everybody's up late. Some people got to go to work tomorrow. I know I got to go to work tomorrow. That's still a thing. So I want to go ahead and jump right into the first topic. So let's get into the first topic. Let's look at this video real quick.
What was the first part of the question you asked again?
As far as our people...
the pushback.
Yeah, pushback.
Yes, because people see the numbers.
Correct.
They see us 160 and they want this big, massive swag type style.
Yeah.
The kids just, it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good. And the kids often say, Doc Walker, they talking about, talking about this, they saying this, they saying this, they saying this, they saying this. And I say, well, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're never going to win a popularity contest. That's not what it is. We lost our first competition this past season in like 7 or 8 years to Dr. Liddell's band, Memphis Central. But phenomenal group. Sonoria Sound, just great drill, definitely for the culture, as I would like to say. But they were phenomenal, and they just outperformed us.
Mm-hmm.
And that had nothing to do about sound, just a big sound and all that. So it's we always get the pushback, and I'm like, beat us.
Mm.
Beat us. You're not going to beat us just playing any kind of way. 6 Fs. What type of dynamic contrast do you have in your show? Now, sometimes, we had a football game, we're in the stands. We'll kind of let them
have a little fun.
I got some younger directors. We kind of let them look. Every now and then I kind of turn around and look up because you're rarely at the game see me on the podium.
I can't hear you.
I muted myself. Anyway, big shout out to Derek Walker at Cedar Hill High School. If y'all haven't been watching me, I've been going around having a lot of interviews, and that was one of the most phenomenal interviews that I've had. So, hey, stay tuned. I got another one coming up real soon with William Allen. But I wanted to bring that up because he was talking about beat us, saying beat us, right? And later he basically goes on and said, I've never been beaten by a bandhead. And so my question and the conversation I want to have is now, or in this moment, is there a difference between a music educator and a bandhead? Now let's really break this down, because there are some people who are music educators who are band directors, and there are some people who are band heads who are band directors.
I mean, so I'm gonna put it like this. I feel like at the end of the day, an educator as a person that is willing to teach you about life through whatever that content is. I feel like when you're a teacher or when you're a person that's just there for the, the seat, um, you're only one dimensional.
Mm.
Anybody can teach a person how to count to four. You count to four, you count to six, you count to 12, you can learn music, but to teach you about life, I think what as a great band director, as Brother Walker is, first of all, he's teaching his kids integrity. He said you got to beat us. So when he said that they lost, in my opinion, they might have lost that event, but they're winning in life.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look at those specific things of integrity, standard, you don't lose, you learn. And that's just how I feel. That was a great interview, like you stated. Um, and I just feel like at the end of the day, that's what makes a difference when it's your calling and when it's just your job. And we have conversations behind closed doors that emulates that all the time. Like, we're educators. We're proud on, like, God gonna hold us accountable when we sit before him and say, what did you do with my most precious gift, which is children? Did you teach them about life, or did you just wanted them to blow that hoe?
I mean, I wanted him to blow that hoe. Do you feel like there is a difference, not necessarily a difference, but do you feel like can be some negative flaws in that mindset of the music educator versus the band head, band director? Like, do you feel like there's a negative flaw on the music educator side or a negative flaw on the band head side?
I'm gonna be real. I feel like you need both of them.
Really?
Yep.
Break that down.
So, for example, look at Southern University, right? Southern University's director of bands lineage. We all know who. When you say Southern University, it's synonymous with what director?
I mean, it's kind of two of them I'm kind of thinking about at this point.
But who's the first one that'll come in your mind? If you're our age, who's the really first one?
Hamer.
Nah. You think of Dr. Gray.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think of Hamer now. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Like, I can agree with what you're saying, but
okay. So, for the most part, when we're speaking of legacy, you think of Dr. Griggs first. For the
fair.
Most part.
Okay. Fair.
All right.
Fair.
Now, when you think of his first hype man, who you think of? Dr. Griggs' first hype man is who? Jackson. So, from a aesthetic, crowd hyping, you feel me? Like, he can galvanize the kids. You would think of Mr. Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I feel like, quote unquote, a person would say Mr. Jackson is a band head, even though he's a great musician, even though he's a great teacher. Sometimes what the music educators miss is the connection with the kids. Like, sometimes, we're talking, sometimes we fall short of the glory from that perspective of the connection with the kids. That's why, being honest, you have some band directors who are not good band directors, but they got the gift of gab and they can gather kids. That's why Batman have to have a Robin, bro. Batman has to have a Robin. What are the Super Friends without the Wonder Twins? A bucket of water. But no, but it's just
don't nobody talk about the Wonder Twins no more.
I'm just saying
the 70s, 60s.
Yeah.
Go ahead. But yeah, I get you.
But I'm just saying, Scooby Doo wouldn't be done without Shaggy. Fair. Fair. One works without the other. So the reality of it is, you do need that person that's outgoing, energetic, and, hey, bro, we're gonna play these rap tunes. But you need a person with vision to be like, okay, we just can't play rap tunes, not all rap tunes. We need to put some ballads in there. We need to put some marches, some technical pieces. You need it all. But I do feel like sometimes music educators, we forget why we fell in love with music in the first place.
So you think so? So do you think that's a bougie mindset? I'm just asking.
I don't necessarily say it's bougie, but I think sometimes we become so educated to where you forget that you fell in love with music because you just enjoyed it. You just enjoyed it. Remember that. I ain't trying to be funny. I always felt that I was different. I used to listen to certain songs on the radio and almost tears would come out my eye.
Yeah, it's kind of lame. But yeah, go ahead. I mean, yeah, explain. I'm just joking. Go ahead. It's kind of lame.
I can't do it online, but
Yeah, I feel you.
you know, but I just feel like, man, like you like what was that piece when that band captivated you and he was like, I'm gonna do that. That's the reason why you got into it. And it may not have been to a Purple Carnival or the Chicago Bulls theme song or whatever. It might have been like you said, Willie Rich playing Black and Blues. That's what captivated you, or
Nah,
whatever
that's
that piece
not.
was.
I can tell you exactly what it was. I was inside of the auditorium. My brother sat me down, and the first song that they cranked up was "Give It to Me, Baby." I had
So
never
there
heard
you
anything
go.
like that before.
But So hey, so guess what? When they ran that, that's what captivated you. So don't
Absolutely.
forget. So don't forget your "Give It to Me, Baby" moment. Pause. Don't forget that.
Well, and you know what? I absolutely don't agree with what you disagree with what you're saying, mainly because of the fact that you know it was the band head, like you said, that brought us to music, right? Or brought us
Mhm.
to bands. And then somewhere along the lines we got educated. I'm not saying us specifically. I'm just saying the mindset. Somewhere along the lines we got educated, and then all of a sudden it was like, well, now it's all about the education. Now you got to learn. It's got to be this way. And I don't disagree in the fact that you do need people who are going to offset some of the thought processes and ideas that you have.
Mhm.
Um, you need a little trap to go along with the education that you got. And I don't think there's I think you're spot on with that. And I never, well, I ain't gonna say I never, but I didn't process it that way when coming up with this idea. So you are then saying neither one of them can be the dominant voice or shouldn't be the dominant voice within your band director group.
Correct, and I think both of them, you like I say, you need each other, and because when the band head starts to veer and go left, the music educator should be like, hey, like let me pull you back just a little bit, you did, and then when the music educator be like, say, bro, like you losing them, you got to turn them back. Um, prime example. Remember when Drumline, even though it's cliche, Devin Miles' rebelliousness he's the epitome of what a band head is, of what a drummer is, right? But it was Sean that was like, bro, I'm a percussionist. Even though Sean was playing was really whack and rudimentally boring, right? It was Devin Miles that was like, nah, we're gonna play. But everybody know Morris Brown won. We're not gonna get in that conversation. But my
Before we get into finishing on what you're saying, can I say that even as a high school, I understood that I have no idea how Atlanta A&T won that.
they had the better showmanship. They
But
they
Morris
did
Brown was better
way better,
by
way better.
far. So how did Atlanta A&T win that?
Hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on 1 second.
See, now I'm gonna be sitting up here talking to myself. It's all good though. But while he's on the 1 second joint, I need to see y'all y'all got to answer this in the chat. How did Atlanta A&T win that? That made absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. And I was a senior in high school when I saw that, and to me that just made absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense at all. Y'all got to tell me in the comments. But I'm also looking at this comment right here. I'm gonna pull it back up on the screen. Too young to know about how much of a hype man Dr. Greggs was. Much of what you were hearing from Hamer were quotes. I think the thing about that, or the idea about that, is not necessarily the not too young or being the too young. I don't think it's a too young thing. I think the difference is the fact that social media played a big part in the look and feel of the hypeness of what a, band head and or band director, so on and so forth. Because you don't see a lot of that from Dr. Greggs. You really start to see a little bit more of that from Jackson. And I think that in the Hamer years, it was more or less capitalized upon it because he became more or less the visual figure of that particular style or that look. So, yeah. All right. I guess he's back. Go ahead and finish your thoughts, though, bro. I guess he's back. Oh, he eating too. That's fine. Yeah. Go ahead and snack, man. You hungry? That man. Listen, y'all got to get this man an understandable break. That man been working. He was doing the job. He had an alumni meeting. I give him a pass. You can go ahead and snack. Get your French fry on or salad. I don't know what it is. You muted.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, bro. I just feel like at the end of the day, just looking at it, let's be honest, the assistant band director's job is to make the head band director look good.
Yeah.
Let's keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that's their job, right? So who spends most times with the kids? The assistant. Who really honestly develops the sound of the band?
The assistant.
The head band director is the visionary, and he's also
the paper pusher.
Yeah, like he get it done.
Let's keep it a buck. The head band director is the paper pusher.
I wouldn't say the paper pusher because most head band directors like do the drills and whatnot, but he's the vision.
But I agree, but I'm saying a lot of the other things, most assistants don't necessarily just take care of. You got the waffle fries. That boy went to the Chick-fil-A. Anyway, but most head band directors is the one who's really taking care of all the business aspects of it. He's the paper pusher. Now, I don't disagree. He is the visionary. Some of them are the ones who write the drills. I don't disagree with any of that. But, he is the paper pusher. And, yes, I absolutely agree with you. The assistant band directors are the one to make you look good.
Right. So,
yeah. All right. We're going to go ahead and get through this or get to this next topic. I don't know, man. Y'all hold on to y'all butt cheeks for this one. Literally.
Outside with some pretty bitch that don't know how to act. We be acting bad off liquor. All we do is throw it back. Shaking ass on top of cars. Know I'ma fuck around the catch. All I hang around is baddies. You know we the biggest brats. Little booty, but I throw it like an ocean. I be
Yeah. So we gonna veer off a little bit from this band conversation to have this conversation here.
It was a good conversation to this.
Well, we gonna see about this because first of all, that was unfortunately at my alma mater.
That's how they do it on the Red Hills.
Apparently, that's how they do it at Virginia's Golden Shores. But listen, let me ask you this, man. Do you think I'm looking at Chuck? Do you think we've literally lost our level of self-respect?
How you say that? I'm sorry for eating y'all. My bad, Julie. I'm sorry.
No, you got it. I told you it's all right.
Okay. But I'm listening, y'all.
That was a question.
You said, do you think we lost our self-respect? How you say that?
Do you think that was respectful to either herself, her parents who got her to that school, or anything else? No, and this is just a real question. This is a general question to you. I want to get your thoughts.
Let's keep it 1,000, Julia. When you and I was in school, camera phones were starting to come out.
No.
They were starting to come out. They were.
No.
Bro, in 2004, we had the red Sprint flip phone with the first camera.
I'm thinking, wait a minute, please forgive me. I'm thinking like when I showed up to school. When I showed up, that wasn't that new hotness. A camera phone wasn't there yet.
So what I'm saying is,
We were just getting the colors on the screen my freshman year.
yeah, y'all still had that BlackBerry, which was
Yeah.
a great phone, by the way.
It was.
It really was a great phone. Like they need to bring a BlackBerry back. But anyway, all I'm saying is, bro, is like we're getting older, bro. Like we forgot, bro. We was wilding too. Y'all ain't never had streaking. Y'all ain't never had, bro. Like, bro, it was. Let's be real. They have a documentary on Hulu about Freaknik. Ain't nothing
All right.
new.
All right. So and I knew we were gonna get to this route. And that was why I asked that question. Because I knew we were gonna get to that route. And here's my thing. One thing that I will definitely say is that I don't disagree with anything that you just said. We all got something that we did when we were in undergrad. Or a lot of things that we did in undergrad. But my point is, most of the time, 9 times out of 10 during our time, there was not the level of access to what we were doing. Most of the things that we were doing, we knew that whatever we were doing, it would be there. It would stay there in that space. So we did them with the understanding that when we did it, it was here. It wasn't going to go nowhere. We're in a space now where we know that if we do something 20 minutes later, depending on the level of what we do, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, maybe even 1 million people are going to see it. So my thing is, even when we get to talking about cussing in front of an adult wasn't a thing when we were coming up. Why? Because we knew there was a consequence on the back end of that. Did we cuss around each other? Yes. Did we cuss around adults? No. So my thing is, yeah, we got a pass. We did some stuff, but we did the stuff with the understanding that we doing it here and it ain't getting out nowhere else. That's my point.
You sound like the old dude, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, I don't. Well, I hold on. Look, I ain't gonna say I don't. What I'm gonna say is, if I do, I do.
You sound like it's cool.
I accept it.
At the end of the day, bro.
Thank you, Brother Dyson. Thank you. We did it, but we did it knowing what no cameras around.
We still did it.
But you're still missing it.
No.
Go ahead.
I get what you're saying, but we live in a new world where I don't think it's self-respect. They're literally just doing the same thing. And it's like, being honest, yeah, she may go viral for that. But that's not nothing like, ooh, she was twerking on the top of a bus. It ain't no different from that girl that was.
It wasn't a bus, by the way.
I mean, the bus stop, the little, cover, whatever. It ain't no different from that girl that was twerking in the pond at PV.
Right. That only PV people know about.
Nah, it was wild. It was out there.
Bro, I can tell you right now, the only reason why I knew about, oh yeah, it was out. You right. Because I was in Virginia at the time. But yeah, still, the only reason why I knew about it is because I knew a lot of people from PV. I think that was kind of the reason why I had access to it. Is because everybody that I knew was from PV.
Right.
So
I tell you, that was a big story. Because what's funny is,
let me see.
She was taking pictures with Kirk Franklin like the night before.
You said what?
She was taking pictures with Kirk Franklin the night before. That's the only reason why. But go ahead. I'm just saying, bro, at the end of the day, we may have lost couth, but I don't think respect. Like, because that behavior is more accepted. And I feel like that behavior is accepted because we allowed it. So when your question is, do we feel like we lost self-respect? Nah, because the truth is everybody ain't popping like that. Everybody not out there like that. She just decided that was cool. Somebody hyped her bestie up, and she was out there. But everybody not out there, bro, like that.
Yeah, everybody. Somebody was out there like, I can't stand them A's. But anyway, yeah. But no, again, I don't believe I don't believe the actions of what we did in the past were the thing that I'm talking about in the sense of like we were horrible for doing it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we understood, or there was a thought knowing that, you know, we weren't going to do this in a space that was going to get us scrutinized on a public sector. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's what it is. We were conscious enough to make the decisions that we made, knowing or knowing when and where to make those decisions, if that makes sense.
Bro, but we not gonna lose no job behind that. What's she gonna lose? What's she gonna lose for twerking on the top of the thing? She's a uncouth young lady that was doing hood stuff. Like, let's keep it real. But that's not an expelling offense. That's a girl, you know better than that, and you wrong. That's it.
So you basically, so you're saying that she has no coup.
Yeah, she don't.
Okay.
Because the truth is, a lot of them girls for homecoming, they walk around with them little lace drawers on. Like I ain't gonna lie. I know I'm getting older. When they was walking around, I was like, they know they shouldn't be out here like that. Like when I'm saying that, I'm like, come on, bro, that's not cool. Right. But let's not forget phone parties, the Daisy Dukes, the bikinis with the cutoff shirts at the phone parties. You know, the because when it was the bad band boys party, you know, and all that stuff like
social media. That's my point.
But
that's my point. Again, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm saying to the access, the way it's able to be accessed has changed. So with that changing, there has to be a different mindset of what you do. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, and I don't know if that part is being communicated.
I'll tell you like this. At this particular time, the kids that are entering high school never knew a life prior to or not having Wi-Fi. They don't know what it is.
I can agree to that. I 100% agree. Hold up. Wait.
So if you're raised in that, you don't know the consequence to the internet until the internet bites back. How many kids?
Go ahead.
You don't know the consequence.
The reason why I say the reason why I made that face is because of the fact that they, like you said, they grew up in this age, this internet age, right? So if they grew up in the internet age, they've watched the level of consequence that has happened when you make dumb decisions on social media. So they know. I believe this is my opinion. This is my personal opinion. I believe that the cloud is more important than the negative result.
And I feel like this. I feel like people lack empathy, and I'm gonna tell you why. How many times, respectfully, have you ever seen a violent act online?
Was that the question, or were you coming?
Yeah, that's the question.
Okay. You ended it like you was coming with something else coming on.
Yeah. No. Have you ever seen witness?
I've seen it.
All right,
I've seen it. I try not to look at them though. When I see him, I'll be like, I'm good. I don't want to watch this, and I turn.
Right. So most people though, they see it, they laugh at it, and they go on to the next thing. It doesn't affect them, right? Like we see pranks and different things like that. We laugh at those things. What I'm saying is we are a desensitized people now. So because we're desensitized, like I seen a video of a guy was like wrestling and the guy shot him. And people, instead of helping and calling, like, man, hey, call the cop, people was with their phone out. We're desensitized. So because we're desensitized, bro, we're lacking empathy. So because we're lacking empathy, people looking at that, Oh, she having a good time. It's nothing. I'm not saying that is right, but to justify our behavior, because guess what? They learned that from somebody. They learned that from those people, so they're
Sex and
desensitized to
red.
until exactly they are desensitized to things until it affects you. You won't preach for gun laws until you lose somebody to gun violence.
I agree
You
with that.
won't you won't talk about, man, I'm gonna be faithful to my significant other until you experience infidelity or until you experience somebody being dishonest or disloyal. It hit different. And that's just my whole point about people. You could look at homeless people and be like, man, I ain't giving no my money. They be lying until you're hungry and really can't afford a meal. Things hit you different, bro. I just feel like to a degree we have gotten bougie or we lack empathy. Because I look at it like this: that generation, that girl that was up there, you seeking attention for something. I just look at it something different. I ain't trying to be funny. There's no way you're telling me in her right mind that she would have been like her parents would have been cool with that. It's something in you to make you get up there in front of them people to show your behind like that. It's something that you lacking. That's what I'm saying. We lack empathy. And so what's the biggest payment for a person that wants attention? Clout. It's a drug. She knew she was gonna go viral.
So let
But
me
I
get
still don't
this.
know how she got up there though.
Somebody probably put it up there. So let me get this straight. Let me ask you this question. So you think asking about self-respect means that you lack empathy?
No.
Okay. All right. I wanted to get that. Go ahead. No, I just wanted to make sure.
No. Asking about self-respect is not lacking empathy. What I'm saying is what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Like we trip on, not saying you, but people we trip on the little girl twerking, but we don't trip on how kids be fighting each other in school.
Mm.
We it's like we pick and choose our poison. So everybody knows right now in the state of Texas, right? We have a no cell phone, a ban policy. These kids really are functioning better with no cell phones. Attention span is there. Teaching is bell to bell. If somebody got a fight, guess what? They're not recording it because they can't. They're not sending threats through Instagram group me's and the school's on lockdown. What I'm saying, bro, this social media is the drug. And we
Absolutely.
and we
Absolutely.
right. And so we've desensitized people. And in the process of desensitizing people, people are attention whores. And attention means more. Now, I'm not gonna say more than self-respect. I don't feel like as a people, because everybody not out there twerking. But what I'm saying is, if we gonna trip on the girl twerking, let's trip on the violence that we see. If we're gonna be like that, well, are we desensitized to our music because drill music is a thing? Are we like it's
Yeah, I've been saying that for a while.
if
So
we gonna be if my thing is if we gonna be like that for one, let's be like that for all.
I
If
don't
if we
disagree.
tripping on if we tripping on that, why are some HBCUs on the brink of being closed? Why like be mad, be angry about the lack of black excellence because it's a representation. Now there's a group of black people that's really out here doing it well, but they're not getting highlighted. That's all I'm saying. I feel like we pick and choose our poisons. That's all.
Culturally. Is that what you're saying?
Culturally.
Got you.
Culturally.
Got you. Okay. All right. Why you sitting up there choking on your French fry? Hey, Chuck, don't be bringing up pajama parties, man. See, the reason why I can talk about pajama parties and you can talk about pajama parties is because of the fact that at the end of the day, ain't no video of it. Nobody know what went down at the pajama party. It's very similar to what he was talking about when he was talking about the Batcave. I know of the Batcave. I never been to the Batcave, but I know of the Batcave. Why? Because I've heard the stories. But I ain't seen no video. I ain't seen no phone party videos. I know of them. I just ain't seen them. I'm just saying. That's it. All right. So last thing before we that's right. Nobody knows. All I got is memories and a couple of pictures. Before we get to one of our last segments, man. National Battle of the Bands is coming up this weekend. Yes, this weekend. And we regret to inform you that unfortunately we will not be attending. It was in our plan to attend, and then all of a sudden spit came tumbling down, and we did not have the ability to get to National Battle of the Bands. So with that being said, my good brother, I want to know, who were you looking forward to seeing, and who do you think are going to be the surprise programs in the lineup this year? You muted.
Well, I'm disappointed I won't be able to attend as well. My great uncle has transitioned to be with the Lord, so I'm gonna go and give my final respects. Ain't nobody sad over here. He was 98. He lived a good life. He knew I loved him. I ain't got no worries. So we good with that, because we all know that absent from the body is to be present with God. So we're not tripping on that. But I am disappointed that I won't get to see my kids. I have 12 kids this year participating, and it does my heart well that this young man from Mount Airy, Louisiana, has these kids have trusted me enough to go to these respected universities. We got kids marching for Langston, Texas Southern, and Prairie View this year. And we know people who from Houston native that are a dancer and marching actually for Alabama A&M. So that's great things. For me, honestly, I just love to be in the atmosphere. It's the atmosphere of Black excellence. It's the atmosphere of these kids coming together on one accord. I did look at Alabama A&M at their I guess their merge, so to speak. I did look at it. It's a lot of things that I love from them. Not because we cool with Chuck, but I just was looking at every merge, honestly, this weekend. And I was like, man, not only is it nostalgic for you, but you're reminiscing on some of the traditions, like A&M that was singing Best Band. And it was, doing a little choreography to it. I was like, man, I remember them days. But I really want to see A&M. I want to, I always root for the underdog. I want to see Albany State. I really do. Of course, I want to see my KK side chapter, Langston University. But last but not least, I always want to see the home team, the Storm. So I wanted to see them for real. And lastly, I wonder what Jackson State gonna do with all them people.
Perform?
Yeah, like drill wise.
Looking at a lot of the comments and stuff like that, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to put them all on the field.
Me either.
I wouldn't be surprised. I really believe, or I really think that that's going to be something that he tries to do, and I'm really interested in seeing it. Now, I can absolutely tell you that, and again, I'm with you on this one. I am not trying to be biased because we know our brother Chuck, but I'm really interested in seeing Alabama A&M. The video that they let out from their day to me was like, yo,
yeah,
I see you. And so I was definitely excited or looking forward to seeing them. I want to say, I mean, obviously, most people at this point are looking forward to and anticipating seeing Jackson at this point. I know everybody is. I actually want to see the 100. I want to see Fam, and honestly, I want to see Fam not just because of Fam. I really just want to see Fam because I can't never remember how to say her real name, but the new head drum major, her nickname is Dupe, or maybe Dupe, it may Dupe or Dupe, but I'm looking forward to seeing. I really want to see her. I really want to see J5 live. Just quick thought process of J5 because I didn't give my thoughts on J5 yet. I'm a J5 fan. I think they look good. I think the head drum major, the new head drum major, I think his name is Desi. I think that's right. But one thing I will say about him, he reminds me of the old or early 2000s J5. He's got the height, he's got the look, and so one of the things that's odd to me is that there's another guy on the line that's about as tall as him, but everybody else is short. So it just kind of makes what he does look a little odd. But I'm not saying that in the sense of I think he looks bad. It just to me, it just looks odd because he's so tall and everybody else around him is really short. But definitely, those really were the groups that I was looking forward to seeing: Fam, Alabama A&M, and Jackson.
Hey, Portia.
Obviously, I wanted to see PV and TSU. Obviously that's from the city. Technically, PV is not from the city, but we classify them as Houstonians. So and Texas Southern really hasn't shown their face. So obviously, we want to see them too. So yeah, that's kind of where I am. Let's get somebody else in this here room and see what their thoughts are.
Big Portia, not the little one.
Hey
Yo,
y'all.
what up?
I'm back on the road again. I'm gonna be starting this podcast from my car for the foreseeable future. How
Yeah,
y'all doing?
we
Cool
good.
and cool. Cool.
We good. All right. So,
Um,
oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, so who I'm looking forward to seeing?
Yep.
Is that the question? Who all gonna be there?
All right,
I'm
so
terrible,
we
I
got
know.
hey, you took a band break. So if you don't know who it is, it's fine. We got Albany State, Alabama A&M, FAM, Jackson, A&T, Langston, PV, Texas Southern.
There you go.
Okay. I like the auxiliary. I'm talking about dancers and flags at Alabama A&M. So I'm looking forward to seeing them, of course, Jackson, and see, what the JSAT's going to do. A&T is always going to give you something visually, and they normally make really, really bright, really on theme flag selection. So I'm really, really looking forward to see what they do with that visually. Um, who else is going to be there? Bam.
Albany. Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing them. We saw them last year at the SWAC MEAC, but um, I always like fam shows. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Um, yeah, and I just want to see, I always feel like, you know, that when it comes to this, some people say things like, "Oh, it's the first show, it's the first show," but I feel like I'm looking forward to see who coming out swinging. Like you, first show, last show, whatever, your best foot should be forward. So I'm looking forward to seeing who shows up and shows out, regardless of it being the first real showing that year. That's what I'm looking for. Who's gonna step up and put on a high level show from top to bottom, even though it's this early in the year.
So
So
that so
yeah.
you already know, and I'm gonna be the person who's gonna go out here and say this. You already know without a shadow of a doubt, Jackson is gonna be the ones who come out probably swinging. Jackson has 182 trombones, 522 trumpets, 732 mellophones.
And a
I'm just
partridge in
saying,
a pear
man.
tree.
I'm just saying.
But we expected that, right? Like after the year they had last year, who wasn't expecting that? Like we expected that.
Also, let's be real. They had rounds of audition, and
Right.
they got a new assistant band director who, again, kind of like piggyback from our previous conversation, is like that guy. You feel what I'm saying with Brother Pruitt, like he's their connection. He was with Mass Band. He was alumnus. Like he with him. And honestly, from the sounds in Jackson State, they such a big tease. That little clip that they posted of him teaching, and you hear how they sound. Jackson go come out swinging, but I'm like, don't sleep on the other bands.
No,
I ain't gonna hold
No,
you.
that's what I'm
I don't think
saying. I
no.
want to
I don't
see.
think it's asleep.
I want to see who's gonna do
Yeah.
that because a lot of times people say stuff like, "Oh, no, I don't." I know from my past experiences in preparing for this, when we
Mhm.
come down there, we don't travel. We don't. A lot of people don't see us, so we are gonna show up and show out because
It's probably the
you
last
know
time you're gonna get to show up anywhere.
not like that,
I
but
mean,
for
hey,
people
listen,
for people who
me and you
don't get
march
to
to the
see
same
us.
band. You already know. Norfolk comes out. We peek our hole out. We show out, and then we go right back in that hole because the struggle be real sometimes. You already know how it is.
Yeah, but I'm saying like we're not gonna say we not. What I'm saying is we're not gonna give an excuse because it's early in the season.
Facts,
Either it's gonna be
facts.
good or it's not. So that's what I'm saying. Like we got to start thinking about this thing like this is our opportunity instead of it's early in the season, give us some grace because we've seen that, and I don't subscribe to that. Is what I'm saying.
Facts. I agree to that. I agree to that. I really think so. Just really quick, going back to the Jackson comment or conversation. I think I keep saying this. I think Jackson right now is the mass band of HBCU. They are they
So
are they are the quintessential example of what if you take mass band and you merge it with HBCU band culture, that's what you're going to get. Like that's the way that I see them. But no, I absolutely agree with you in the sense that nobody should show up with the idea of not killing it, on the field.
right,
Yes, the stands is a thing, and obviously with the culture now, the stands is a thing. But this really is a field show, also, or a field show showcase. So you can't go out there and go out there, half butt doing it. You're gonna go out there. You go out there, be prepared. Leave it on the gridiron, as Doc would say.
yeah, because we gonna judge it. We gonna use
Quan-
this to who you are.
oh, she must be going through a tunnel. Uh, uh,
Did I
uh,
cut out? Can y'all hear me?
you were ticking. You were ticking like a 1997 dancer.
I'm sorry. I'm on my way to the house.
No, I get you. I get you. Quan, look like you was about to say something though.
uh the thing about it is when it comes to the Pepsi event, there's certain bands that have a standard of expectations. Like we know that everybody's gonna keep their tradition, but fam is gonna show out in regards of drill. Like we know that they're gonna have a damn good picture show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jackson gonna drill. Like like it's gonna be there. And then honestly, everybody else is like you don't know where they fall. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like that be the thing. Like I'm looking forward, like I said, when we're looking at Chuck, I think honestly, outside of Fam and Jackson and without our ties to our respected universities, like you're tied to Prairie View, you know what I'm saying? And outside of that, and outside of me knowing some of the students at Texas Southern, it's kind of like, is it a sleeper? If that makes sense, it's like We know Fam, we know Jackson. Southern's there too, or Southern there?
No, no. You talking
Okay,
about
Southern.
at National Battle Bands? No.
Yeah. Okay, and then we know A&T. It's like we know that they're gonna have showings, but if you really had to put it in an order, I think people are because the way they marketed it so well, bro. Like people want to see Jackson. Like
Everybody want to see Jackson,
I
dog.
think, I think that's the thing. Like everybody is like everybody gonna be glued to their seat when it comes to Jackson.
Yeah. They
And
the new
then
hotness, bro. They the new hotness.
they the new trend, bro. So it's
Yeah.
like and everybody else, respectfully, right? It's like, oh, we want to see him, but she must have
Yeah.
call fell off. But that's how it is. It's like everybody else is like, I mean, we know they're gonna do well, but it's like, do we? You feel what I'm saying? It's like it's
Yeah,
not a
no, I get you. I get you. You know,
now.
they everybody else it basically in a sense has to prove they spot.
Right, right, and
I
the
got to
thing
fight
about
every day to prove my love. That's what they got to do.
right. So I think honestly, if this was a competition, like I'm gonna just say it like this, and I don't mind saying it. If this was a competition, this will be Jackson State's to lose.
Facts.
Then
I agree.
when it comes to other programs such as the A&Ms, they're gonna grab people attention as contenders. That makes sense. Right now, the band world, they Jackson State is the heavyweight champions of the world. I'm talking about Mike Tyson, glory days, right? So everybody got to prove who's the next contender that could possibly knock Jackson State out. That's how I view it.
That's interesting to say. Because you saying that right now,
You know,
man.
you saying that people gonna
Ain't
be
no
like,
Southern's
you
on this
you a
list with us.
hater, you a hater, you a
I'm not a
hater.
hater. No, because I'm rooting for everybody, but I'm just saying from a marketing standpoint, even when people was posting like it was a row of 10 and they had damn near 6 rows of trombones. People was like, ain't no way. And I know kids that auditioned that was like they didn't make it to the second round. And I know they was cold. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like so from their
See, the
marketing scheme,
momentum, the momentum, like the momentum, the exposure, the things they did last year. I'm expecting great things.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
But
And
mhm.
I think that's the thing, right? If we see them and they take a step back, it's gonna be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It would be theirs to lose. But like I'm looking at like the comment from Book, it's like I ain't saying TSU not gonna take no loss, like without fighting.
Nobody's saying that. I don't think anybody's saying that. I mean,
But that marketing game that what Jackson State did from the intentional official one to the people just snooping and
yeah,
taking videos, bro, it's like it worked. It
facts.
worked.
And Chuck, what's your thoughts, man? You in here looking like an old man now, man. Ain't working you to death, bro.
Truth is, I'm tired.
okay, okay. That's the
Man,
one. That is the one.
oh, this band camp and summer has been crazy.
Ghetto, ghetto,
Oh man, this
and
Alabama Heat
ghetto.
ain't nothing to play with.
Hey, man, no, don't put it on Alabama. This heat period ain't nothing to play with. It's
Bro,
hot.
Heat, right? Heat,
It's hot,
period.
bro.
Oh man, there was a time during the first week of camp, and I was just like, man, this definitely ain't the heat that we experienced. But nah, I'm excited for everybody. What I'm not excited for is this 12-hour bus ride, but I'm excited
Ooh,
for
we.
everybody. I'm excited for everybody. I'm really excited for Albany State. They had a really good year last year. Mr. Brooks is doing a great job. Everybody. I think this is going to be, and we've been in the game for a while. We got some skin in the game, and every so often it's kind of like a shift happens, and you're like, man, everybody's like bringing it. Again, when you and y'all know when you in it, like you see things, social media in passing or whatever, but you focus on your respective programs, and it just looks like everybody's, digging in, everybody's working hard, everybody's had good recruitment, and the power of social media is definitely, in full effect for recruitment and just showcasing band programs, and definitely, I really think I think everybody's gonna have something great, to show, and we get enamored, about the size of groups, but regardless of if it's a large size or sometimes a smaller group, like you still gotta, put your best foot forward and still bring it, and so definitely. Um, I'm looking forward for everybody's presentation, not only for this week, but the following week we get the Labor Day Battle of the Bands, which I think that's gonna be like this is heavyweight boxing this weekend, and then the next week is UFC.
Yeah.
At Jackson, Mississippi, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be the first time people are gonna get to see each other like in a wide open band space, the octagon, and just being able to go at each other's neck. And so, definitely, these next 2 weekends, this season is just like, I don't know. It's like I could say like it is an advantage to have these big performances early because you foot on the gas. You should be foot on the gas anyway, but you foot on the gas day one. I know we have been,
Exactly.
and they help, but I'll say I know for us, man, our first part of the season is grueling. There's something every week, every weekend, almost every other day, something on campus, But we pushing forward, and so again, just looking forward to all the bands just showing up and showing out. But I'll be honest, I'm really excited to see Albany. I know it's big for their kids. I don't know if Albany's been in this space before, especially with some of the heavyweights that are there, and so that definitely can be a really big recruitment for them. And Langston as well too. Langston's been, pushing some pretty good numbers over the last few years. I got some kids in that program there, and they're kind of a group that you don't see too much. And so I definitely think that they're gonna have a great showing as well too. And everybody's gonna do them. I am excited the lineup in terms of like I think sound wise it's different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's bringing something a
Yeah.
little bit different, which I think makes the best showcases. When you have that versus like maybe the same type of bands like back to back, if that
Same
makes sense.
styles, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Everybody's gonna do something different on the field, different sounds. You're gonna, what I'm saying, have some great arrangements, some great things, auxiliary wise. We got a young lady that's on the Dancing Divas that's from Houston. They did a piece on her. She's one of Tracy's students from D2D, and so that's a big thing for her. And I think everybody's doing well. Y'all doing okay? Y'all good?
who, me? Or just
Everybody?
yeah, we good.
Oh, yeah.
But before we jump out into that though, because I want to kind of continue on that
Yeah.
conversation though.
All right.
I wanted to bring this up. Every HBCU band program needs to be applauded because their recruitment has been on point. I absolutely agree. Because one thing that we have missed or we didn't even talk about is the fact that is the MEAC SWAC this weekend too?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so now you
I
got
think it is.
Southern and North Carolina Central. Have y'all seen Central?
No, have y'all seen Fayetteville State University, my other alma
Yes.
mater?
I
130
looked at them.
plus.
I was like, yo, where these numbers come from? So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
everybody's getting some meat on them. Pause. Everybody's getting their weight up. So hey, shout out to them. Shout out to everybody. Portia, y'all good over there? Well, first of all, you good? You ain't stressed out, is you?
Yeah, I'm just happy band camp over. Like, I'm just happy that
Yes.
part is over. Like,
Thank God.
that
Thank
was,
God.
I hate, yeah. Now that band camp is over, I'm good. I went from 16 to 11, but that's okay because this ain't for everybody. But you know,
You went from
That's
16 to
simple.
a thing, so we not gonna get our 20.
bro. You know what? You know what? Every
I tried. I tried. Why you
it's
beating them kids up?
it takes a real woman
To do
to
what now?
be flat pool. Apparently,
Mm-mm.
what's the name of
No, I don't.
You say what?
the
What is that?
silkette? It takes a real woman to be in the silkettes, apparently, because I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Well, I
I'm gonna call
had
the
one
coach.
that didn't even show up because she found out she couldn't take breaks during band camp. That like go hang out with her family. And then, I had two of those were vets. Let's talk about that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The one that didn't show up because she found out she couldn't take breaks. That was a rookie, right?
Yes.
All right. So let me ask you. So this brings up a bigger can of worms at this point. Did they march prior to in high school? So what did you think you was getting yourself into? Like
That's
what?
the number one question I think from every
My
director,
listen, we could have a
auxiliary
whole
coordinator.
episode. We could have a whole episode on Bandcamp Chronicles. I'm talking about
Yes.
the craziest stuff.
That don't make no sense. You don't study this stuff before you sign your name on the dotted line, before you fill out the application, before you fill out your stuff for your T-shirt. And you ain't you. First of all, if you came from somebody's high school, you had a band camp.
Look,
My sister is
we
doing
call it the
this and
sick
I
and
want to
shut in list.
go. Yep. My sister's doing this and I want to go help her. And then it's this family function happening. Can I go? No.
Oh my god. I don't.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just far removed from these newfangled young folk because that's just you just knew what you was getting yourself into. Like I would even go so far as to say that I would still say that Drumline the movie is still kind of prevalent. Like just watch that movie. You ain't had time to go chill with your friends in that movie. You ain't see not one person in that movie chilling with friends. They was
No, no, no.
outside.
They
Ta-da,
they went
ta-da.
to a party. They went to a party early.
Was that during camp?
That was during camp.
I don't remember that. I thought it was
I
after
was like,
camp.
man, that's the biggest cap ever.
Oh, you
Ever
talking
in
What?
about when
life.
the crabs was partying with themselves? Yeah, that
With
was
themselves. Like
yeah.
what?
Yeah, you ain't got no chance to be partying now. You
Nah.
crab camp. Man. That's tight. That's tight. Yeah, but yeah, Portia, I'm
So
glad to see you back in it and you're in it to win it. I watched a day in Sparta. No, not that. Band camp. Family and Friends Day. There we go. It's too many names. Everybody got a name. But no, I watched Family and Friends Day and shout out to the young Dizzies. Proud of those young guys. But the band sounds good. The band sounds like I will continuously say the Legion sounds like the Legion. The only time I'm gonna get worried is when the Legion doesn't sound like the Legion. Now we got a problem. But as long as the Legion can come out sounding like the Legion, we in good hands. We good. We good. Now,
For
as far
sure.
as the crank up and all that kind of stuff, I can't tell how many. I gotta say it. I can't tell how many watts you pushing through camera. So hey, but sound like the Legion to me. We good.
yeah. I'm just happy that part is over. It was interesting. And then to lose two vets for various reasons. But everything happens for a reason. I got a good group. They locked in. So
They
that's
must
it. That's all.
they must be pre-planned.
So shout out to all the coordinators, band directors, students, everybody who have survived through band camp, who persevered through band camp. Yeah, now that that part's over, I'm chilling. Like we just got work to do, and so we focused on doing that. So
For
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. And I know it's gonna be struggle for you. First game, Michael Vick. Uh,
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
know
ask,
that.
how's that reception been?
I know that's about to be crazy. The yards are about to be
pray for
crazy.
us.
Yeah,
Pray for us.
yeah. And when is ESPN coming for that first game?
Yes, that
Oh
Thursday
my
is gonna be kind
god.
of nuts. Was it First Take?
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
on ESPN. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting,
Now, now,
guys.
now, the downfall of all of that, the downfall of all that would be if they do all of that and then the team sucks. But I pray that doesn't happen. But I'm just saying. I'm not
Well,
saying
I
it will.
mean,
I'm just saying. I just hey.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, you have to give him time to develop a team. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be optimistic. What I'm gonna say is, we can't go down.
Facts.
We
Facts.
at the bottom. We was at the bottom.
I agree to that.
So the only
Oh, the
place
place
to
is
go is
up.
up.
Yeah, I agree to that. I
I
can definitely agree to
mean,
that.
I've seen for the last 3 years us blow 26, 30 point leads. So we ain't got nowhere to go but to go up at this
Okay.
point.
And one quick plug, real quick. 50 years. 50 years of
Oh
Scarlet
yeah.
Legion.
50
So
years. Yep.
so I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see it. The goal is to get home. Well, I am home is Houston, but the goal is to get back to Norfolk for homecoming. I ain't gonna be marching. I'm telling you that now. But I would love to.
Come on, man.
Oh, me neither.
What?
Me
I am
neither.
marching.
Me neither.
What?
Julian, everybody like, you gotta suit up. You gotta. No, I don't.
No.
Yes, you do.
I will enjoy
That,
Mm-mm.
from the sideline with my
no,
bottle of
what?
water,
No.
and chicken in the other. So
Look, before I hang it up, my goal is to do alumni band in the same season at both my alma maters. That is a goal, but the dates never match up. The dates never match up.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because I never forget when I was in high school, I went to the FAMU camp, and they do this thing called Bring It On. You can look at it on YouTube, and it's the Friday before the final performance, and all the alumni come back. And so I never forget watching it as a high school student, and I was like, who are these old people showing up with these instruments? And they got on the field and played, they swept the field playing Rolling Thunder like they ain't missed a day of rehearsal. And I was so impressed. I was like, you know what? That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me. Again,
Sweeping the
it
field is
was great.
crazy.
It was crazy. I mean, I was like, whoa. Like, and so I'm like, and that did a lot for me as a high school student. So I was like, man, like, I want to, so anytime I get to go back, I'm doing alumni band. But before I forget, got to give y'all flowers. Shout out to the Our Desire chapter, Kappa Kappa Psi, for being top chapter. I was at National Convention. I was extremely impressed by and I was just talking with the national president 2 days ago. I was just extremely impressed by their attentiveness at meetings, their attire, their respectfulness. The bus driver for them was from Virginia State, TBS Soror, and she was like, the bus was clean, no cussing. It was just a high level of respect. They helped her move her stuff into her hotel room. And I was just seeing it. And so I was not surprised when they won top chapter. So, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Looney Bin.
yeah, man. Shout out to the home team. 100%. I was glad and happy to see it.
Yeah,
Long time coming. Long
for
time.
sure. Nah, definitely earned. Definitely earned.
Yeah, and that is absolutely true. But before we get back, I want to go back to brother Ronald Hunt real quick. All right, Monroe. Shout out to Shady Grove Elementary, my elementary. Yes. All right. Anyway, but yeah, this right here. I mean, mm, he
Let
was
me
already
explain.
frat.
Right,
So
he was already frat. I was actually in his ritual, and we took a picture at the end together. He was frat made, during the movie Drumline or whatever.
right.
But they brought him in. We have a national chapter. We have a national chapter versus like, of course, different chapters at your school. So he was brought in through the national chapter
Got you. Got you.
during this summer. During
So,
this summer.
so he's
So,
just part of two
um,
different chapters, but all but
right,
both
right,
equal.
right.
Okay.
That's what that was, and everybody was like, "Oh, he was already frat of this." That. Yeah, but he was brought through the national chapter. Which, again, if a school is not functioning or active or whatever, then this is long standing, long
So
standing.
so let me ask you this real quick. Did y'all hit him up and make him continuously say KK side till I die, baby?
Man, it was like ringing everywhere, especially with chapters that like, are transparent chapters. They weren't quite aware of who he was till it kind of like made its way around. Like, oh, this guy from Drumline, this guy from Drumline, and so
Man, you ain't
yeah,
even had to say that. All you had to do was say that's Simba, man.
yeah.
That's Simba. That's
Right,
all you got to do.
right.
It's Simba, man. Golly, that's
Yeah,
all you got to
man.
tell him.
It was cool. It was cool. To be a part of that. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Well, that's super dope. That's great. That's awesome. I don't know what happened to Quan. I had a segment for him before we closed out, but he just disappeared. He was just like, "Yeah, I'm out. Got to get out of the school building," which was fine. I understood that he had been there all day.
Mhm.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got today. Outside of that, if Michael, oh, he is Michael. You are absolutely right. That's Michael
He was
Jackson.
Michael Jackson, right? For
He
sure.
was Michael Jackson.
Hey,
Right. Hey,
yo,
I got a
can
question.
y'all
Why
hear
isn't
me?
that on streaming anywhere?
Can y'all hear
Um,
me?
it's on YouTube.
Really? But no, I mean, like, where I can sit down and watch the whole. You can watch the whole thing on
It's on.
YouTube.
I watched the whole thing on YouTube. Yes, we can hear you though. I watched the whole thing on
Oh, okay,
YouTube.
okay.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah,
I'm
I haven't
gonna see
seen
if
that in
I
a
can.
while.
I'm gonna see if I can pull it up again right now. Me, my wife, and my kids. We watched it. Hold up.
Man, you remember watching that as a kid? It took like 2 months.
Listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really thought that was the actual Jacksons when I was watching it because they did such a phenomenal job.
Oh
I
my
really
goodness,
thought it.
what?
I thought it was really them for a while. Yeah, it's right here.
Man, they showed that thing I think once a week they showed the episode, and that thing took forever.
I'm not gonna post the link because
It was great though.
I don't want nobody to catch it.
Oh,
But
right. Okay.
I text it to you. Yeah, it's the whole thing. 3 hours and
I'm
47
gonna watch it
minutes
on the
and
12-hour bus ride to Houston.
yeah, hey, yeah, people getting a little piece of history there, man. I don't know if them young brothers and sisters are seeing that, man. Speaking of which, man, I
Look,
don't
when
know if, since you walked in here, man, if we said anything, man, but the band sounds good, man. The band sounds great. You guys are doing a phenomenal job, brother.
I appreciate it. Been foot on the gas, and just pushing the kids and just really driving home the point, which again I can't tell anybody else how to run their program, but like do you, what I'm saying, be the best you that you can be, and I was sharing on the field today, like it was always told to me, nobody else can do your show. Go out there and leave everything on the field because there's going to be a moment that you're going to wish you had another practice, another performance, another opportunity to do this at a high level. So I'm really excited for our kids. They've been working really, really hard. Despite we've had we were displaced this summer. We really just got in our band room on Monday. So
Mm,
we've been displaced because of renovations. And so it's been tough, but we making it happen. The kids are resilient, and it's gonna be a great year. It's gonna be a great year.
good, man. That's awesome.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, Quan, you ready, brother? I know you driving in the car, but you ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, how we want to do this? You want to just here? Let me. I got you. All right, there we go. Nose all in the camera.
All right. So first of all, me and Luke, uh trying to this new little segment on Talk That Talk, and we're gonna figure out the name, but right now it's Quano's Corner. So first of all, because I'm a high school band director and I'm connected with the high school culture, we want to week on a every other week basis highlight some outstanding programs that is taking place. And I had to go back home. If you did not see it, the Marching 100 of St. Augustine in New Orleans, Louisiana, has grown by leaps and bounds. So shout out to that staff. And if you haven't, Luke, go on, show them what they look like real quick.
All right, that's cool. All right. So we know that. I mean, I'm a little older, so I've seen the transition after the transition of Mr. Hamp, Prof Hamp, and to the other band directors. I've seen it post Katrina, and to see that historical black high school of all young men looking and being back to the to the time of his heyday is truly amazing. So we're gonna keep doing this weekly and give all the flowers to the high school band directors. So we don't know who we're gonna pick next week, but I had to go back home to give a big shout out to St. Augustine. You might as well call them St. Augustine University at this point. But shout
Yeah,
out to the home team.
yeah. I watched that whole video from beginning to end, and I was like, oh my gosh. At first,
Yeah. They got
so
I think they got 16 tubas, bro.
so one of the things that kind of threw me off a little bit, right? And it's the same kind. It's kind of the same way I feel about Jackson right now. Who's seeing that?
What you mean? Like who gonna beat them?
And I guess I'm talking about from just not necessarily from a sounds perspective or whatever. I'm just talking about from size. Because like how many bands now specifically are that size from a high school
So so
perspective?
I, so there's not a lot, but if I can be honest with you, and I'm gonna say this, and some people who from New Orleans could kind of like agree. Man, they had other band programs was just as big, if not as big, as St. Augustine. I just think during the times of under the what's the word, the tenure of Professor Hampton, he just had a different sound. You feel what I'm saying? So because he had
I
a
agree.
different sound,
That's fair.
like he was just honestly in a league of his own. But they had other band programs such as McDonough 35 that was deep.
Hmm.
Kennedy under the Rollins brothers, like they was deep.
I remember
Like they
Kennedy.
had
Yeah.
other band programs that were killing it too. If you look at it now, French is at I believe Carver. Like they knocking boys out. Carr, Edna Carr, like Looper,
Edna Carr's
they
been
killing
consistent for a
people.
while.
Warren Easton, like they right. So when you think about it, it's New Orleans just has a different culture, bro. And so, but it's good to see that particular school now. You know, do they sound like Hamp sound? Nah. They have more of a southern aggressiveness to me,
Southern.
right?
I heard
Um,
Southern all through them.
yeah, but right. But I think that's just the down south Louisiana sound. If we just gonna be transparent, I'm not saying they sound bad, because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, but it's a different sound. You could tell it's a different sound from Professor Hampton to now, but it's still a good sound. It's still a good tone. They look good. I mean, I'm excited, and
Yeah.
I feel like San Augustine will continue to be a premier band now. And I'll say this, at times I feel like he can be a kind of brash, but Craigmont is up there, Central is up there, Whitehaven is up there, Cedar Hill is up there, and if I could just be honest though with you, I'm not gonna lie, Cedar Hill has a sound that you can't even duplicate in certain parts. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I can agree. I can agree. I think
Um,
so. I think my question just kind of comes because a lot of the places that you name are not in close proximity, right? They're kind of
right.
like spread out. So when
Mhm.
we're talking about, so I'll use a great example, right? My days at Willow Ridge. My days at Willow Ridge, who was seeing us specifically in our district? Like the
Mhm.
time the time that we felt during my time that we had the biggest or best challenge was when Southwest DeKalb came down in '01.
Right.
But they had to come from Georgia just for us to be in the same vicinity with each other. Because
Right.
obviously we had Smiley, but they were all the way across the city. So I
Right.
think that's what I'm saying. I'm just talking about in close proximity. Like they smashing. They smashing, bro.
Yeah, bro, yeah. And so I just feel that. I mean, I think in every other area you have that anomaly, and I feel like, but if I'm gonna just be honest with you, St. Augustine is just a little different. But it's good to see because of historically. You see what I'm saying? Like historically, that band is when you think of New Orleans high school bands, you you have to think about the marching Purple Knights, bro. Like that's just what it is, right? Um, but there are other bands that are still kicking butt with smaller numbers. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree.
But from a number standpoint, yeah, I can't see nobody else just knocking them down. But everybody's interested in band because it is a part of the culture.
Yeah. All right.
You know,
All right. That was Quan's Kona. I think that's how. I don't know. It's a
why
working
you sound
title.
like why did you sound like Steve Harvey? Now y'all better.
Now look at here. Hey man,
Why you sound like-
I've been watching the Steve Harvey show for about the last week or so. It's on Netflix, man. So Steve Harvey's in my brain right now. Hey, that's a working
okay.
title. Y'all do this. Y'all do us a favor. Throw some comments on the thought process of what y'all think Quan's segment should be called. Right now, we own Quan's Corner, but we don't know if we're gonna
Yeah.
stick with Quan's Corner.
Yeah, I don't think we won't stick with that. We got high school heritage, high school
Did you
something
say
like
High
that.
School Harry?
Heritage,
Oh,
you
my
know.
bad, dog. I thought you said High School Harry. What about OD Wide in 96, 97? We had a red some sound. I didn't say we blew them out, but some sound, yeah. Yeah, we can go all day to have that conversation about high schools. You know, I will always feel like during my time, my high school was the best. Wasn't nobody touching us. Willie Ridge High School, baby. Outside of that though, Quan is on the road. Portia's half sleep, and I gotta go to work tomorrow. I gotta go to work tomorrow. So with that being said, man, let's get ready to shut this down. Quan, any final thoughts? Anything you got for the coaches?
I pray traveling grace for all the bands and students that will be traveling this weekend, not only to Houston, but to any other exhibition or any other event that they may have. I pray for a productive year for all my high school directors. I pray peace and mental health, that you be strong this year. I pray favor over your administrators. This is one year that I'm actually excited for. I want to thank my kids in advance at Worthing High School. I want to thank my staff, my partner in crime, Jay Robert, my dance instructor, Miss O'Ville, and everybody, honestly, that's still putting on for the culture, um, for building better bands, bro. Also, I want to give a shout out to my crab brother in CB, Larry James. He gave my second Kappa Kappa Psi shirt. It actually have the original colors of Oklahoma State University, Stillwater. So I got a black and orange one now, Kappa Kappa Psi shirt. So I'm excited. And you can still give me a gift. Luke could give you my Luke could just email it to Worthing. Still accepting gifts, by the way.
He's still accepting gifts, y'all. He's still accepting gifts. Portia, any final thoughts? Anything you got for the coach?
Um, I'm actually excited about this marching band season. I want
What?
people to, yeah, shock, right?
Right.
That break I took in July, I'm telling you, it worked wonders. But yeah, I just want all of my auxiliary coordinators, teams, coaches, push the envelope, try something different, try something new, challenge yourself week after week, and continue to do great things. Push the culture forward and do more, step outside the box, challenge yourself. That's all I got.
Yes, that was Portia's half sleep last couple of tidbits.
Yes,
she,
yes, I am half asleep,
I was about to
tired.
say she can't wait to get off here so she can snatch that wig, but it ain't a wig. So hey,
No, these is
or is it?
braids. I'm gonna put a bonnet
Oh,
on.
okay. All right. I mean, you never know. I thought somebody had a wig on. Somebody's natural hair was hitting it. My wife was like, "No, it was a wig." I was like, "No, baby, it's not a wig." Hey, I
Yeah.
can't tell no more.
When you When you got braids, you gotta tuck it. You gotta tuck it in that bonnet.
You got a scoop and tuck.
You gotta scoop and tuck, brother.
Scoop and tuck.
Scoop
Scoop and
and
tuck.
tuck.
All right, man. Listen, I can tell you this. I'm very excited for everything that's happening. Yeah, man, we still on. We about to get off though. God dang, why you saying that way? He just hit us with the y'all still on. Like, dang, we about to close out. I'm sorry. Our bad. Our bad. I know you got stuff to do, brother Dotson. But no, man, I can definitely say I'm definitely 100% excited for all that's taking place right now in the band community, the band world. First of all, I'm glad that there are so many people who are employed with university band jobs or just band jobs in general. If you're getting a check, whether it is under the table, whether it is 100% at the school or the university, congratulations, because being employed right now for a lot of people is a struggle. So I'm just very glad that you are employed. But I'm also glad that you are pouring into somebody else's child, that you are continuing to pour into kids. Make sure that you are instilling in them all of the right things, the right characteristics, and being good and productive citizens, and continuing to grow music and growing this culture and moving music and music education forward. And have a little fun in the process. Don't forget, you can go inside of our store. You can get anything that you want inside of our store. All you got to do is find what you want. It don't matter what it is, and then you can put it inside the cart. I don't care how big your cart is, but you can put it inside your cart and get 30% off your purchase. All you got to do is type in HBCU band. Remember, you can get 30% off your purchase. Just type in HBCU band. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and do all of those super dope things. Share the information out and all that. Or you can just watch the stuff on playback. Also, don't forget, Quan is looking for a name for Quan's Corner. I don't know why, but Quan Corner. Right. But yeah, he's looking for a name for Quad's Corner, so you continue to put that inside of the chat. Even when we're off, or if you're watching on playback, don't worry, we're gonna look at all of it. We actually do be looking at these comments. And then if somebody says something about somebody else, I usually tell them, and then they go back and look at the comments. But outside of that, man, this has been super dope. This has been super fun. We won't be, is it next 2 weeks? Is that what we say that? Is that what we say it? Was it okay. So we back to the bi-weekly. Is that correct? Because we did it today. So, okay. I just wanted to make sure we was all on the same page with the schedule. So we will be back in the next 2 weeks. Y'all be dope, have fun, and get some sleep. My bad, I was late on the button.